Hey, what's up everyone? It's Markman81 back with video number 2. And yeah, so everyone right now this time of year is doing their year-end awards, usually best matches, and they'll throw in other categories like best wrestler, all types of shit. And I'm not going to go with that. I'm just going to keep it simple because everyone's doing their big awards, and I just kind of want to highlight some shows, I guess. Basically say what my show of the year is, and I'll also just give a quick run through of shows that I think are honorable mentions. Among many shows, obviously I'm not going to show them all. There's only a few that I'm going to highlight. But yeah, so I think we're just going to head right to it. And so for this year's 2010 Wrestling Show of the Year, I'm going with Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor 5. And the reason why I picked this show, I really like how the show flowed, and every match, you know, I had no problem sitting through. It was really fun. You know, in the opener, you had the All Night Express taking on the Briscoes, very solid opener. You also had Amazing Kong and Cerro Del Rey. A lot of people were a little down on this match because it was a little longer, but you know, for the time it was still pretty damn good. Definitely one of the top women's matches of the year. Balls Mahoney also showed up on the show when Grizzly Redwood was taking on what's his name, Eric Stevens. Yeah, it's always fun when Balls Mahoney shows up in front of the New York crowd. He's really over with them, and I like Balls, even though he's got, I think, like 1 tooth left. But you know, what are you gonna do? And also, yeah, you know, triple main event. Yeah, the 34th Street Death Match. Colt Cabana taking on Kevin Steen, and this was part of the El Generico Kevin Steen feud, which also involved Colt Cabana taking Generico's side, Steve Corino on Kevin Steen's side playing the evil puppeteer. Yeah, this was a pretty sick match, a lot of great spots. There was one spot in particular, Colt Cabana powerbombed Kevin Steen on an open ladder, and right before he did it, my roommate was sleeping, and I knew it was coming. You know, he had him up in the air, and I yelled out, "No!" And when he hit him, "Oh!" You know, just the whole reaction while watching the match. And my roommate actually came on, "Everything all right, dude?" Yeah, you know, it's watching wrestling. Yeah, sometimes watching wrestling, you just really get into it and just kind of lose yourself. And also, you had Motor City Machine Guns taking on the Kings of Wrestling. I thought this was a spectacular match, one of the best tag team matches of the year. A lot of people were down on it because of the ending, but it was really out of Ring of Honor's hands. You know, they had to deal with TNA on this one, so it is what it is, and I'm not going to get down on the match because of that. It was awesome. And you also had a world title match, Roderick Strong taking on Tyler Black. I think this was probably the best match that they've had in the series, and the matches they started up several months before this. Yeah, Supercard of Honor 5. Check it out. It's also their best pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor 8. Yeah, it was a really good show. You had Kevin Steen, El Generico in the opener. All Night Express taking on Cheech and Cloudy. Kenny Omega versus the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and also the big main event, Roderick Strong, Davey Richards versus Tyler Black, which many are calling match of the year. Everyone's throwing on the Fire Stars, and it really did deserve it. Oh, can't forget about Briscoes, Kings of Wrestling. That was a really sick match, very bloody. They really brought the hate. Definitely, if you don't already have, you should have. Also, a bit of Friends, Stiffer Enemies too, another good show. And this show I have a soft spot for because this is the first New York show that I actually ever went to, Glory of Honor 9. Yeah, the world's greatest tag team in Ring of Honor for the first time, taking on the Kings of Wrestling, and just a great match. And then yeah, Roderick Strong also finally claimed the belt. Took it from Tyler Black on his way out before he went to the WWE. So yeah, that's my Ring of Honor roundup. Next, we got a couple of Chikara shows. Through Savage Progress, Cuts to the Jungle. Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I didn't quite like it as much as everyone else did, but still a very, very, very good show. One of the best Chikara shows. I also had Manami Toyota team up with Mike Quackenbush to take on Claudio and, oh geez, I should know this, Sarah Del Rey. And one of the Chikara shows I liked most was Faded Scars and Lines. This was a really good show. Bryan Danielson was on it. He took on Tim Donst in a very good match. Check it out. Next we got PWG. And we got Titanica. I liked this show. It was a fun little show. It was better than I expected. I enjoyed it, I think, a little more than some of the other people here on YouTube did. This was Davey Rich's brief run with the PWG belt, and he took on Roderick Strong in a very good match. They're always good together. I mean, you put those two together, you just can't go wrong no matter where you put them, when on the card you put them. They're just going to go all out. And plus you had the Young Bucks taking on the Briscoe Brothers. Briscoe Brothers were actually challenging for the PWG Tag Team belt at the time. Yeah. PWG Show of the Year 7. Scott lost retirement match. He wrestled Scorpio Sky. Oh yeah, David Richards, Chris Hero, sick match. It was stiff. And after this show came out on DVD, I read on the Ring of Honor forums when Kings of Wrestling vs. American Wolves was first announced for Plymouth. I was reading some people were talking about they weren't sure how it was going to work. The size difference between, like, Chris Hero and Davey, and they proved in their show that size difference didn't matter much. It was just an amazing stiff match. And they also had three-way guerrilla warfare. Peligro Bayhouse taking on the Cutler Brothers versus Generation Me. This was just a sick match. Too many spots to call, but definitely one of the top heavyweight tag team matches. And so yeah, PWG 7, check it out for sure. And final show, Enter the Dragon, Dragon Gate USA. This show was definitely talked about because Bryan Danielson and Shingo, and as far as I'm concerned, they pretty much stole the show. But you also had a very good four-way between Ricochet, Chuck Taylor, Adam Cole, and Eric Cannon. And I'm a Chuck Taylor fan. I like the Kentucky Gentleman. I wish he would I wish he would be able to be in Ring of Honor. I don't know if he's contracted with DG USA or if that could ever happen. If Ring of Honor wants him or not. But he also had a 8-man tag elimination match. Yamato, Akira Tozawa, John Moxley, Gran Akuma versus Yoshino, Quackenbush, and Jigsaw and Hollow Wicked. And what more can I say? This is part of the first Dragon Gate USA show. Gabe Sapolsky was trying to push Chikara versus DG USA, and it seemed like it would have been a really hot storyline, but it kind of simmered and wasn't really like Gabe Sapolsky didn't put his full weight behind the feud. I mean, it sprinkles up throughout all the shows, but it felt like it should have been more. But this was just one of those mini matches. You put Dragon Gate guys with Chikara guys, and they're going to put on a good show. Especially on the Chikara side, where you got Quackenbush and you got Hollow Wicked and you got Jigsaw. It explains itself. So yeah, Supercard of Honor 5 show of the year. And there's also shows from Chikara, Dragon Gate USA, PWG you should check out. And yeah, that's it for me. Markman81, I'm out. Later.